Today, I have some epic content for you. 7 Days to Die, Oasis 1.1 modded. Yeah, it's been wiped a while ago, 8/18, it's almost 2 months old. It's a telltale sign that the server's going to be wiped again soon, but it's an aged with beauty server. It honestly is better because it's older. And I'm going to show you why. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a rundown on what's going on in this game here. It has spells and magic in which you can level by using it, similar to Skyrim. It has a better world than the normal game. At a certain point, you start to unlock tier 6 quests instead of capping out at tier 5 quests like normal. Tier 6 quests will commonly be in radioactive zones where you take about 10 damage every 3 seconds or 10 damage every second, roughly, something like that. And you can't heal through it and you can't live. But you can get anti-rad gear to be able to survive in these rad zones. The only thing that this server's missing is like more loot in the rad zones and like PvP zones after the rad zones. Like you should be able to go even deeper into the rad zones and have like PvP, like triple loot, triple XP. I think that'd be like super cool. But you know, for the most part, it's PvE fully, as far as I'm aware. Nowhere in this server is there PvP. One of the recent servers I played on had a like double XP PvP area. Really fun. Lots of fun. I had so much fun. Anyway, the goal on this server is pretty much make a shop, get rich, you know, make a base, level up, RPG, that kind of stuff. Today I'm going to run down a build that I've kind of been keeping secret. And we're going to talk about the starting path too. We're going to talk about, at the beginning of the game, you kind of rush a sledgehammer. And you rush strength instead of perception. Now, that kind of is anti-intuitive to a lot of players because they're like, what about Lucky Looter? The weird thing about 2 alphas ago, maybe about a year ago, the game changed from Lucky Looter meta rush to pretty much anything rush because loot scales with game stage now. And it diminishing returns with game stage. So if you rush Lucky Looter now, you actually only go up like 5 1,000ths. Instead of like before, if you rush Lucky Looter, you would go up like 90% of the entire looting algorithm. Like you could rush Lucky Looter and get tier 6 drops like at level 15. That no longer exists. So rushing Lucky Looter is not smart. It's the smart thing to do is to rush sustained experience income. That is the new theology to be putting your mind into. You want to think sustained experience income. And at the beginning of the game, you can't necessarily always afford ammo. And you can't always have an ammo income because you're not on tier 5 monument, main loot rushes where you can rush like 2 main loots or 3 main loots and then go back to your base and rush and, deposit and keep doing this over and over and over and have an unlimited supply of ammo. What I'm trying to bring you to is understanding that the sledgehammer rush might be the best rush in the game because I got a gyro at 2 hours in. I think 2 or 3 hours in. Definitely not 4 hours in. I don't think I was playing for 4 hours. I think I was playing for 2 hours. I rushed a sledgehammer. I got a tier 5 sledgehammer that was almost broken off a player vendor, right? For like 200 dukes. And I only had like 2,000 dukes. I did like 1 inventory, got to the dukes, sold everything at Trader Joe's, and went around to the player vendors. Now this server has teleporting in it, So you're gonna have to be okay with that. I mean, I'm a super advanced player. I've been playing this game. I'm a master at this game. I'm bored of the normal game. Like I've played single player. I've played. This is a heavily modded server, and this is one guy's shop in his compound. All right, he is one of the coolest person ever. He built a mall. This is a player that built a mall, and he's selling books and crack a book. He built all of this. But anyway, that's just where I was before I got off. I'm gonna go to my bed. You can't teleport wherever you want. You have limited amount of teleports, which is, it brings the RPG. Now they added steel storages, which are humongous, awesome. This mod has a thing called the Sorcerer Station, which is basically where you smelt magic, different kind of magic essences. Now, I'm gonna go straight to magic because I'm gonna cover this right away. You can become different, basically curses, and I picked angelic because it gives you extra XP, even though it reduces your health by 50% max right there. It reduces your movement speed by almost 50% too at night, but automatically debuffs any ailment. I mean, I kind of love that. So, and 50% XP, I like that. This server has magic levels, and in the top up here, it has gun levels. Okay. So you can see my gun level is 62 on handguns. My sludge level is 32, and you can't combine those. Like it's a diminishing return. It gets progressively harder as you go. Magic. All right, here is magic. I'm only really starting to use healing. I'm level 15 on healing, and because I just turned it on. Now, I wouldn't recommend buying your first level of magic right away because it makes the game drastically harder. I would say up to twice as hard. Because now, if you're Rick rolling the content, you might want to put it on because you want to start farming the essences so you can start building magic things. And that's up to you. There's a lot to do with that. I'm not going to get into it. I'm kind of a beginner at it. Like I said, what I'm going to teach you is rushing, skull crusher, and strength. And then minor 69er. So if you can get up to level 7 strength, you can get level 4 skull crusher. And you can get level 5 minor 69er. This will allow you to get main loot super fast. The next thing you probably want to do is go for like healing and survivability and cardio. Now, I did kind of miss something here. You do want to get this max skull crusher as well because it gives you 30% stamina on kill. Now, I might not... This was my sledge. This is what I was using. Now, when I use it, I right-click for the power attack. I don't left-click for the weak attack. Okay? You also want to be using biker gloves, melee weapon damage, and biker boots, reduced melee stamina. And then at all times, you want to be using nerd goggles and nerd outfits. Extra skill point chance and experience gain 20%. You want the treasure hunter mod, you want the cigar. Alright, other than that, it's kind of up to you. Here's this radiation scrubber. Because I'm lower level, I'm only level 184. At level like 255, I think I can unlock permanent radiation resistance. Yeah, at 225, I can get permanent radiation immunity on this server. Beautiful server, beautiful server. Definitely check it out, like I'm going to say. Now I'm going to bring you guys to my shop. This is on Bedrock. Really early in the game, I dug down to Bedrock. I put a base. I didn't want to do Hard Night. I wanted my base super far away. I have a big shop. Players teleport in right here. If they type in /FTP bomb, and then boom, they're right here. right where I want them, because then they can see all the goods. I have a lot of space left over, but yeah, for the most part, I've been selling stuff like every day. I just checked this a little bit ago, so there's probably going to be nothing. If there's anything, it's going to be crafting books, and nobody bought anything, so... Alright, that's besides the point. I gotta get like an automatic airlock going on. If I get an automatic airlock, I can just walk right through there, no problem. Instead of having to do that. But that's besides the point. This is an early base. I mean, I honestly do not have that many hours in. You would think that I do. Now, pure mineral water is actually one of the best waters. So the game has completely changed. You might not know. Oh yeah, Grandpa's Forgetting Elixir is imperative for coming back. After you want to reset when you have when you're done using your melee build, right? You're only going to use that for so long. All right, but that's all besides the point. I kind of don't want to be here right now, but okay, it doesn't matter. We're gonna go see.
We buy and sell about everything.
I didn't empty my inventory at my base, so we'll do that first. I forgot I bought some stuff from a player before I did this. My cash cure gets you XP. You see in the bottom left-hand corner, 5 magic XP, 5 cure XP. We're gonna put these right here, because I don't really need all those on me right now. I'm keeping all my Magnum ammo, because I'm gonna upgrade my Magnum soon when I get it to level 100, I think. Yeah, at level 100 Magnum, I get the next tier of Magnum, which is bronze, whatever it is, B, the gold B. Right now I have a steel Magnum, which is pretty insane. If you look at the mods, it upgrades it from 4 mods to 6 mods, and the damage goes way up. And on this server too, I have a 300 size advanced extended magazine. I would arguably say this is one of the best things you can do. You definitely want the silencer, you definitely want the laser, you definitely want the full auto. Like, this is one of the best things. Now, Magnums. Why Magnums, Bomber? They're so weak. No, actually, no. Shut up. Listen to your boy right here. You know that I'm a gamer god, dude. You know. You didn't read this right here. When you get Magnum Enforcer books, 7 out of 7, you unlock this 8th skill called All Shots with 44 Ammo Penetrate Enemies. Bulk craft ammo. So you can line them up and hit 100 dudes with 1 bullet. I'm just going to let that settle in for a second here. Okay, now we're going to move to Pistol Pete. Shots fired at point blank ignore armor. Okay, that doesn't work actually. It says 9mm up here, but that's besides the point. Alright. The next thing is silencers do have no damage penalty. You need urban combat for this build as well, because you're not... the silencer is really big. You're also doing a Night Stalker build a lot of the times, especially during Horde Night. Now, you're not going to understand why. You're going to be like, Bomber, why would you just not run and gun? You're going to understand later. Like, these zombies have so much health that you pretty much have to play the way that I'm playing. Oh boy. Alright, so I'm going to run a monument here. This is a tier 6 quest. It's not in a rad zone. It doesn't matter though, because I have my rad gear on, rad immunity. Now, I can take this quest, I can reset it, or I can risk it. Doors open, not really a good sign. So your whole goal, rush main loot, find main loot, if you don't activate it, right? So if you know where it is, rush it. I do know where it is, it's in the theater on this one, but you're also looking to get experience. Now ignore my FPS problems, I am doing this on my laptop. And I am recording, which is kind of bringing down the FPS a little bit more. But yeah, it comes and goes. If this was on my PC, we'd be doing just fine. But I just bought a really cheap laptop recently so I could play on the go. Now you can see where this bullet penetration is coming in handy, right? This is arguably one of the better builds in the game. Now I'm not going to call it the best build in the game because there's a lot of stuff that's in this game. Oh boy, I can't go in here. Now, I'm gonna talk about how you should probably ignore. I'm in endgame. Okay, I'm in the end game of this. This game is very beautiful to play in the early game. That's why I love this game so much. Is I love resetting. I love min-maxing the skill that it takes in this game. The knowledge, learning stuff. All that is the most fun part of this game. To me, personally, I love learning. Now that was a cure spell. That's like the level 1 healing magic. All I gotta do is right click it one time, it'll go with self cast. If I left click it, it'll heal people around me. And there you go. Now, I just did a tier 6 monument basically. Now, yeah, this is probably one of the luckier ones. It's like right next to this dude. gonna drink one of these. I'm gonna get some experience going. Alright, I'm going to show you a little bit about magic mod here. The magic mod, you basically, in order to farm the essences, you have to kill magical creatures. Once you unlock or put a point into magic, you basically enter the magic dimension, and the units around you, the monsters around you that spawn because of you, are spawned in as the magic world. So you want to harvest their bodies. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about early game now. So with the sledgehammer, one thing I noticed that ammo is an extremely big expense for players. And when you're using a sledgehammer early, you actually forego that expense. Not only that, in order to continue progressing, you actually don't need ammo. So you can sell it. I basically go to Trader Joe and sell everything right away to try and maximize dukes as fast as possible so you can get more of what you want. And there you go. That's 2 tier loots already in this amount of time. 2 main loots in this short amount of time. I can keep going, get this quest done. But honestly, I think that it's pretty much tapped. If I want to just go back to base right now, it's not that big of a deal. Sure, I have experience time on the line. Sure, I have recog on the time. But it actually, like I said, it's just not that big of a deal. Because once you're at tier 6 quests, it's more so like just rushing tier 2 loot and killing as many zombies as possible. This is a good tip. Always put your lead in your refinery because you need aluminum. Not only do you need aluminum, you need all of these other things as you get higher. Like I'm at aluminum stage. Now, it gets progressively harder on the way down here. And you have to be higher level too. There's a new ability in here called Dwarven Crafting that has 12 skills. And I'm only on Gremlite. But honestly, I only need Tempered Steel. Like, I'm only on Tempered Steel phase. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. The server's about to shut down here. And I got to show you guys the run. Back down to clear inventory. I might need some repair kits. And other than that, I'm looking pretty good. I need to take a little bit of honey. And get rid of that infection for that run. And boom, I'm ready. I'm in operational. I can go back. I can go pop these, run another mission, get 2 more tier 2 loots, get a full inventory of gear, come back and do it all over again. And see what I get. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good night. Peace.